So female reproductive, the ovary is the almond-shaped and sized structure on either side of the uterus in the middle. The ovarian ligament is the tube running directly between the ovary and the uterus. The other tube with feathery extensions on one end is the fallopian tube or uterine tube. The feathery extensions are called fimbriae, and the funnel-shaped structure just behind the fimbriae is the infundibulum. Okay, the broad ligament is the sheet of connective tissue that lays over the uterus and the ovary and tubes on both sides. It's blue on this model. So the broad ligament's very easy to discern on this model because it's blue. The fundus is the front side of the uterus. If I picked this up, it would be opposite the exit, which is what fundus means. The body is the main region of the uterus, and the cervix is the inferior-most region of the uterus. The uterine cavity is where the lines are flat and solid. This is where baby grows, implants in the wall of the uterus. Then the cervical canal is where the lines are squiggly on both sides, running through the center of the cervix. The internal os is the doorway between the uterine cavity and the cervical canal. The external os is the doorway between the cervical canal and the vagina. This whole tube is the vagina. The fornix is the crease where the vagina extends up above the cervix, which projects down into the vagina. The vulva is the collection of all of the external genitalia, the female anatomy. The mons pubis is not really shown on this model, but it's on the front side of the body where the pubic hair is. There's extra deposited adipose tissue to protect this region. Labia Majora is the more lateral, larger set of ridges on either side. Labia Minora is the smaller, more medial set of ridges on the inside. The vestibule refers to the space surrounding the vaginal opening, so it runs from the clitoris to the back of the vaginal opening, front to back, and then from labia minora to labia minora across the other side, going sideways. The clitoris is the bump at the very front of the vestibule. The external urethral opening is the opening corresponding with the urinary bladder and urethra. The vaginal opening is the opening corresponding with the vagina. On this model, the internal urethral sphincter would be at the wall of the bladder where the urethra leaves, which is the exact same on the male model. I don't think I pointed that out. And then here is the urogenital diaphragm, which is the muscle that extends off of the pubic bone, wraps around the urethra. So this constriction would be the external urethral sphincter. But that same strip of muscle also wraps around the vagina. So when you do Kegel exercises, it's this muscle that you're strengthening. I don't think I said any of that. Okay, I think that's it.
Go for it.